People are really interested in what you're doing. The reforms that you're taking on through the Positive Youth Justice Initiative has attracted national attention, but we also want to kind of lift up your stories beyond Sierra Health Foundation's thinking on the initiative. It's great to talk about theoretical frameworks and science, but we need to get our hands into the practical nature of trauma. Not just talk about services when it comes to young people experiencing trauma, but actually how we can help reduce re-traumatization when young people enter our system.
We're not going to talk about the brain and the amygdala and all those things today, even though those are really important. We're going to talk about the application. Why does that matter? How does it impact these young people? And what does it mean in terms of engaging them and engaging their families? These kids often don't get perceived as those in need of grief treatment.
Trauma-informed services help kids to regulate better, to engage better, to be able to interact better with the staff that are working with them. I hope that they take from the presentation that it's possible and that there are realistic steps you can take to becoming a more trauma-informed agency or group of agencies, and that systems can work together effectively to come up with solutions. It's not a pipe dream. It does take work, but it's something that other systems have done it, and they can do it as well.
Once you shut down and you don't have emotion, and you teach yourself to kind of function at this level of emotionlessness, you don't have the same issue with danger anymore. In a similar way, you're more likely to approach it, you're more likely to engage in it, which means that they're more likely to do things that appear to most people as relatively reckless. How many of you guys like pain? Like really enjoy pain, appreciate pain? Not many of us would say we do. But what would happen if we lost the feeling in our toes? And so I tell young people that, you injure yourself every day, but because you're so numb, you don't even know it.
So what we're going to do is take about 15 to 20 minutes in county teams, and we have a chart for each county. What are the systems challenges that prevent us from creating the optimal trauma-informed fantasy system that we believe in? For your county in particular, what are some challenges? But we want to push you on that for every challenge you put to think of 2 to 3 ways that you could go about addressing that challenge.
How do we rethink how we do business in terms of engaging youth, family, and the community? When we think community, already that word means pretty much anybody outside. You want to begin to develop a more sophisticated definition of the community, the set of community stakeholders that you're trying to work with, but also a why. Why reach out to the leader of a church versus a coach? So one of the activities that we recommend, if you don't have community stakeholders, is to actually think about it together. What is the value of engaging community in this initiative? Be able to have an articulation, and then develop a plan.
Very clear mandate for the neighborhood safety director. Reduce firearm assaults and associated deaths. I'm working with the most lethal young men in the city of Richmond. Most of them under 25 years old, give or take a few. We have some as old as 30. We have some as young as 13. 13-year-old with an AK-47. So I really want you to understand the power of what you're doing and its impact on a population that's been said this could never work for. We created a fellowship, and they accepted these elements of the fellowship. This was done with them. This is your choice. I'm asking you to make a decision, and here's the parameters of your decision. I'm going to take you around the country. I'm going to take you around the world. You're going to do a restorative justice activity. You're going to talk to some mothers who've lost their sons to gun violence, tell them about what you're doing and how you're trying to work on your life. You're going to inform a body of people about your importance and your value and worth.
Given real alternatives, real opportunities, and when I say real alternatives, opportunities, I'm talking about that are legitimate, credible, and responsive in the eyes of the receiver of the opportunity, that these young men and women will grab a hold of it and run.
Last year, we celebrated a 33-year low. Still a lot of work to do, but the reality is different because of young people and their contributions and commitment to making healthier decisions as they negotiate conflict every day. For most of the young people that you're engaging, the communities and families, you are their voice.
These are all new concepts for juvenile justice system operation, and I acknowledge here almost on a daily basis the challenges that you all are facing, but your commitment to working through those challenges as a collective to better support young people in the justice system. So thank you for that effort, and thank you for your commitment.